see comments. I don't know if we will.
Oh, me too.
Okay, I think we're live. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
It's Marie Sola here with Deb Bergeron from 100 Plus Women Who Care and from Ocean of Possibilities Coaching. And Deb is the recipient of the Everything is Possible Daughter of Change pendant.
Yes, so honored. It's beautiful.
So Deb exemplifies a daughter of change, and the pendants were designed in conjunction with Days Jewelers. And so we'd like to actually welcome you all here, and we'd like to congratulate Deb on being a daughter of change and going out there and making things happen. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about 100 Plus Women Who Care in Southern Maine. And this is an organization that Deb started. And Deb, tell us a little bit about what exactly was it that got you to actually talk a little bit about what 100 Plus Women Who Care in Southern Maine is, and actually what is it that got you to start it? What was that spark that got you to start the whole thing?
So 100 Women Who Care is actually now a group of 285 women who care. Woohoo!
Woo!
And it was started 3 years ago, and the idea was to bring together women who wanted to make a difference in their community and who felt they wanted connection and know that their donation makes a difference. So we get together quarterly, and the whole idea of 100 Women is that we pool our resources. So each quarter, any woman can nominate their favorite nonprofit, and they're vetted, and then 3 are randomly chosen the night of the meeting, and then the women have 5 minutes to get up and tell their story. And then the great thing is the women vote, and we pick one. It's hard because they're all really winners.
They are good.
That
Yeah,
is for
they're all
sure.
good. That's for
They're
sure.
all awesome. And the beauty of it is that everyone writes a check right to that organization, so all the money goes right to the organization. And the reason I really started, one of the reasons that I started 100 Women Who Care, is that I am a life coach, and many of my clients had said they wanted to give back. The contribution was important, and they didn't have a lot of money, and they wanted to have fun. So it's the perfect, organization to do that. And I also was on the board of Dress for Success, and they closed. It was a small grassroots organization, right. And they ran out of money.
I remember them, exactly.
Yeah. And, I so wanted to help them, and it just was a time in my life when I couldn't. So anyway, I just knew that there were so many wonderful organizations right here in Southern Maine. Mm-hmm. And it's the collective heart, like women coming together and donating, and the beauty is we have women in their 20s all the way up to 80s. So some women that have never done philanthropy and other women that have done a lot.
And I love that it's all the women getting together. We have Chris watching. Hi, Chris. He's saying you're the best ever. Great work. Hi, Eve. How are you, Eva? Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
So Deb, tell me something. When did you start this group?
In 2014, so we just had our 3rd year anniversary.
Okay, and in that time, because this really blew my mind,
right.
In that time, how much money collectively have women donated?
We're just going to hit $100,000.
Right?
Woo-hoo!
Woo-hoo! I mean, think about that, right? So, you want to give back, and you think, I'm going to write a check for $50 here and $50 there, but how much is it really going to do? But when people collectively get together like that, boy, you can seriously, and those checks they're like over $10,000 sometimes, right?
Now they are. The last 2.
Yeah,
hit well over. And the other thing is, we really don't know how much, because many women write checks to the other organizations, and people hear about it in the paper, and people send checks.
Yeah.
So, the ripple effect is huge.
Yeah.
So
if somebody wants to, so if somebody's in Southern Maine and they want to join, what do they do? And if there's somebody that's in another part of Maine that's maybe thinking of starting a similar group, any advice that you could offer? So sort of those two things there. So if somebody is interested, How do they find out, and what do they have to do?
So we have a great website, 100 Women Who Care, Southern Maine.
And I'll put it up. I'll put a link up
Perfect.
after, so that when you come back and watch the video, it's there.
Awesome. So there is a commitment form, so you can sign that right online, or you can contact me at Deb, 100 Women Who Care.
Yeah, and I'll put that up too. I will actually. So this is my first Facebook Live on my iPad. So Deb has been very kind, right? So I have not quite figured out how to type on this while I'm actually. See, we can see that Eva's here and Chris is here. Yeah. And so because this is the first time, I'm a little technically just kind of learning things. So I will definitely, after the fact. Hi, Gretchen. How are you? I will definitely put something up so that you can find a link to the 100 Women Who Care in Southern Maine, who's now 100, almost 200 women who care in Southern Maine.
285.
Yeah, 285. So yeah, that's really cool. And then that will tell you how you can join. And I became a member last year, and it's cool. It's really quite easy. Hi, Deb. It's Deb. Look, Deb Nelson's here.
Oh, hi, Deb
Hi,
Deb. We love the hearts.
Yeah, the hearts are awesome. Hi, Leah. So with 100 Women Who Care, so let's say that there's somebody that's interested in starting a group or joining, but they're not in Southern Maine. Are there other groups in Maine, or any advice on how somebody might start that?
But I really wish there's a real, people have contacted me, but there is a real need for it.
Yeah.
So definitely I'm willing to help someone get started. And,
cool.
So that's why I took Southern Maine, because it's a big state.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
There are so many organizations, so absolutely.
Yeah, there are so many nonprofits that need money, and there's only, there's 1.3 million people in the state, so imagine all these nonprofits trying to get out there to find funding, and when you can give a nonprofit a check for $5,000 or $10,000, especially with some of these smaller grassroots and mid-size or companies that, or nonprofits that have specific programs that they're trying to fund that they don't get funding for, this can be it's so helpful what you can do collectively. So I love that whole idea of being collective. And Chris, there's a 100 Men Who Care as well, right?
Yes, there is.
So there's an organization called 100 Men Who Care. So when Days Jewelers, who helped me design the pendants and the Everything Is Possible pendant. Yay, Days.
Yay.
We love Days. Now, there's a company that cares, and I'm sorry about the glare on your logo, Days. I still haven't figured out my lighting. But when we designed these pendants and we decided we were going to give them to 7 women in Maine who are out there making a difference, Deb was one of the first people that came to mind for me because she's been doing incredible work with the 100 Women Who Care. And I keep saying 100 plus women who care, so I'm not saying it right, but I'll get that up there. But also, Deb is a life coach. It's really cool. So Deb has a company called Ocean of Possibilities. And I really love, we've talked about how you help to bring people kind of to an awakening of their possibilities. So can you talk a little bit about that? Because that all ties in, I think, to what you did with 100 Women Who Care. You found that calling within yourself as well. So.
Right. Yeah, and I love to take a stand for people really becoming the best version of themselves. And really taking the time to look inside and focus on, what they want to create in their lives. Because like you say, anything is possible.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
And
it is.
I think we limit ourselves. So that was what I saw in my own life. That was sort of my journey to coaching. And it's been a wonderful journey for 14 years. And really a lot of what I do now is helping people really see with neuroscience that we can retrain our brain. I mean, how exciting is that? So that we, there's all kinds of science behind, letting go of some of the negative and really looking and creating what it is you want.
Yeah, and we were talking a little bit. Oh, we've got Catherine. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Jane. And if anybody has any questions for Deb, I'm going to do my best to see them on the screen because, like I said, first Facebook Live with my iPad. But if you have any questions about 100 Women Who Care or about, what Deb does with her life coaching, feel free to put them out there, and I will do my best to make sure that we answer it. So while we're kind of waiting on that, one of the things that we were talking about earlier is, the way we program ourselves to think there's a certain way that we have to do something or a certain way that we have to get to that next level, and to really to take a leap of faith can be really
Right.
really scary,
Yeah, it's
right?
scary.
But that's when all the magic happens, right?
Happens.
So can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, you know, it is.
Hi, Katie.
It's that willingness to be with uncertainty. You know, we really have been brought up to, we want to know, we want certainty, but that really does limit us. So to trust our inner knowing and to really go for what we want. And so I have great clients, and really I hold the space for them, but they really do the work, you know, to see and know there's always choice. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's exciting to take that leap. And sometimes it's baby steps.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and that's okay. The compounded effect of little steps and, you know, always course correcting.
Of course, it's so weird. So that that idea that if we believe we can do something, that we can actually make it happen. You know, like we can envision and create what we want.
Absolutely. You know, the clearer you get on what you want, and then I say take inspired action. You know, so many of us think we should do this or that. So it's really taking inspired action and, and daring to dream. When we were little, we were such great dreamers.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I watch my little grandson. I mean, he's just full of, you know, this energy. So it's sort of recapturing that.
Coming back with that.
Coming back and being playful, like having fun creating what we
Right,
want.
exactly,
You know,
right?
taking ourselves a little bit lighter. And
So we have Kathy's here now and Amanda. So this says, do we want Amanda in the video? Okay, Amanda, I'm tagging you. Does that mean you can ask a question live? Hi, Amanda. That's my niece.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi, Amanda. I'm learning the whole Facebook Live thing. Oh, hi, Ruth. How are you? Ruth is coming in from Massachusetts.
Nice.
Kathy, how are you, girl? So does anybody have any questions for Deb about, just to kind of recap for some of you who've just come on, we're talking about sort of two things. One is 100 Women Who Care in Southern Maine. Deb is one of my first recipients of the Everything is Possible pendant and award that I collaborated with Days Jewelers on. So thanks to Days for that as well. And Deb started 100 Women Who Care in Southern Maine. And so it's a collective effort of women that get together once a quarter, and 3 different nonprofits come and talk to us or are presented what they do, and then we vote and we all write a check for $50. And Deb had started this just 3 years ago, is that right? And is on the $100,000 mark of how much money that women have collectively donated. There's also one for men, but if you are interested in the one in Southern Maine, you can actually contact Deb, or she is. Hi, Ernesto from Italy. Hey, Ernesto, it's my Italian cuz from the homeland. So Deb can actually give you some feedback if you're interested in that, and I'll put her contact info up. Does anybody have any questions about that, about the 100 Women Who Care, or about what Deb was talking about with her life coaching for Ocean of Possibilities, which is really about, if you could encapsulate that in a nutshell, like the pressure, right? How would you define what that is, the way that you coach, if you could say it in a couple of sentences?
Well, I think it's really, you know, I mean, I hold my clients as creative, resourceful, and whole. You know, they have the answers inside. So it's helping people really author their own lives, you know, for them to know that there are choices, and so they can take, you know, I always say create the next best version of themselves.
Yeah. So does anybody have any questions on that? I mean, are any of you wondering?
And, you know, to really, you know, we're living in such a lot of negativity, so it's really to train ourselves to also, you know, to be grateful. So we spend a lot of time on gratitude and looking for the things that are right in your life. I mean, there's so much to be grateful for. And when we take that shift, it really does make a difference.
Hi, Dan. How are you? Anybody have any questions about that? Is there anybody out there that is actually thinking about, you know, making a change, or has questions about what that would be like, or anything? Great. Good. Okay, so Deb, tell me, when you first started thinking about starting the 100 Women Who Care, because I think a lot of us have these great ideas and there's things that we want to do, but there's something that holds us back, or it's scary, or what was the thing that made you go from idea to actually taking the action?
Well, and I struggled for a little bit. I call it the inner mean girl or the inner mean guy. When I was getting ready to do that, that's what stops people, our beliefs, like who do we think we are, or, who's going to join. And then I really, again, went inside, do my own work, and really realized what my vision was. It was so important to give back and contribute, so it was much bigger than me, so that made it easy. Just knowing that I grew up here in Maine, and I just have such a passion for our community, to know that collectively we could make a difference. So that really was that had me do it. And
And so what did you find once you started? Because there is that, like you said, that self-doubt or that inner mean guy or girl that's like, who you can't do this. Can't. But did you find that when you actually put it out there and started, that like all this stuff just started happening that you hadn't even envisioned? Or?
Yeah. I mean, I had a vision, but right away, like, as soon as I hit that button, I mean, I'm in. There were like 40 people within a day.
Wow.
So that's...
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so... I just knew the time was right, and Portland, is a great city, southern Maine, and lots of people that really want to make a difference.
Yeah.
And so I'm grateful for the women, because really, and our meetings are so much fun.
They are.
I mean,
they really
energy.
Are. They're totally fun.
Yeah. We like
good
to have
wine,
fun.
good food, good networking, good women.
Yeah.
Good cause, right?
Yeah. So, and we've supported, children with disabilities, veterans, immigrants. I mean, it's just wonderful, really, all the different, people in our community.
Yeah, there's been some, just sitting through, I'm trying to figure out, sorry, so as I was saying earlier, if you miss it, this is the first time I've ever done a Facebook Live with my iPad, and poor Deb, like she's sitting here while I'm trying to figure this out, because it's really different than doing it on your computer. So, you guys are part of history. The Who Brought the Cool Girl interviews.
And you're doing such a great job, Marie. So I really want to acknowledge you for the work that you're doing. It's awesome. It's
an inner, it's a journey.
It's a journey. Yeah, it is.
Figure it out as I go along. Fake it till I make it, but it's working. So, how about, for any of you, is there anything that you have, and I like to try to make these interactive, and I know it can be maybe a little intimidating to have somebody ask you to ask something, while it's live. But is there anything that you've wanted to start, or that, something that's in you that you want to start, but there's something holding you back? Any of you that you would feel like sharing? Perhaps a little advice from the sage wise woman here. Deb? You get the wise woman right here. Right here. Serve her up on a platter to you kids. I find sometimes people are asking comments and I just can't see them.
I know.
Hold on, I'm going to do this. I'm pushing something. Oh, I pushed something. Okay, wait, I'm pushing something else. Hello. Okay, I'll stop. So anyway, Deb, and what would you like to tell people about, if there was anything for 100 Women Who Care in Southern Maine? Hi, Margaret. If there was anything that you need, or anything you want people to know, what would that be?
Well, we always want to learn about nonprofits in the community that might need help.
Okay.
Because there are so many, and that's the other thing about 100 Women, it's so educational. Most of the organizations that have been presented, people didn't know about. So we're always open to learning about more nonprofits. I know there are lots of them out there. And, come to our meeting, it's fun. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
We're always looking, if you have a business and you want to donate a door prize, we always put it on Facebook. We like to give our ladies love door prizes. So if anyone wants to donate door prizes or food, we're always looking for food for our meetings. So,
and so if somebody wanted to either donate something or let you know about a nonprofit, just come to the website, which is, or the Facebook page.
Yeah. So there's a great, we have a great, and you'll post those.
I'm going to post both of these on here after because I can't figure out how to do it right now.
We have a great Facebook page.
Oh, wait, maybe it's here. Okay, hold on. Oh, wait, okay. Keep talking. Okay, so the Facebook page
is 100 Women Who Care, Southern Maine.
Okay.
And our website is also 100 Women Who Care, Southern Maine.
And they're both Southern Maine, right?
Yeah. And my information, you can feel free to contact me. And like I said, we have, what I didn't say is you have to be a member in order to nominate a nonprofit. So if you have a nonprofit you're passionate about, come join us. Because really, right now, $10,000 goes a long way.
Okay, I'm typing this, you guys. Can you see it? And so if somebody wants to actually to donate some food, again, come to the website or the Facebook page?
Yeah, and just send a message.
Do I have this right? 100 Women Who Care, southernmaine.com. And then...
And we will connect with you.
And okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, we really, and the community has been so generous, really, for any of our members that might be listening, thank you, because without the community and, we wouldn't be where we are today.
So you can't hear me? They can't hear us, they're saying? This may be my computer. Can everybody else hear? Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Can everybody else hear, or are we too low? Hello? Okay. Well, you keep going. I'm going to figure out the volume.
And our next meeting of 100 Women Who Care is February 5th, Monday, at the Italian Heritage Club in Portland. And we have a beautiful new ballroom that we're filling up. So it's really exciting.
It is fun. It's really fun.
It really is exciting to see how we've grown. And like I said, the energy is just so vibrant.
It is. Is anybody else having a problem hearing? Stephen, can you hear better now? I don't want to turn the... Okay, so I've got my volume's up almost to max. Is anybody else having a problem with that? Okay, if you are, let me know. Okay, so we've put the Facebook page is 100 Women Who Care Southern Maine. The website is www.100womenwhocaresouthernmaine.com. And then, Deb, your email there is, are you okay? Do you want to put email for we won't put your personal, but your... for if you want to talk to Deb about how you might start this in another part of Maine or even in Massachusetts or Italy, where I know you're there, Ernesto.
I'm happy to help.
And we can do it for men. You could do 100 men who care, 100 people who care. I mean, you can make your own version on this, right? 100 cool girls, 100 cool people.
There you go.
So Deb's email is
Deb 100 women
100 women
at Gmail.
Just 100 women?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sending this out now, you guys. So does anybody have any questions or comments or thoughts? And can you still hear us? I'm typing away. I figured out how to type.
This is a great time to talk about visioning because, when we take the time to vision, it really does make a difference. And the new year is such a fertile time of the year to really think about what you want to create.
Right.
And take some time. Part of coaching is what do you need to let go of and say no to make room for the yeses.
Right.
So this is a good time
to think about how you're going to do it. Hi, Casey.
Yeah.
Did I get that? Is it at Deb100women at Gmail, right?
Right.
Okay. So Deb. So yeah. So new times, new beginnings. Any comments? Any questions? Anything? You got anything for us? I would do those New Year glasses again. Should we see if that works? Oh. What happens if I put that on?
Did you lose it?
I'm trying something. Oh, look, I've got a crowd. Okay, wait. Deb. Look, we all have Happy New Year. The queens are here. That's
I
hysterical.
love it.
So anyway... Deb, is there any last thoughts about either just in general for life coaching, or wait, I'm passing the crown to Deb. There, passing the crown. Okay, so you get the crown.
Yeah, I just say go for it.
Go for it.
Go for what you whatever you dream. Go for it, and yeah.
And look at your eyes; you're all sparkling.
And come join us at 100 Women Who Care. Really, you can come as a guest, so feel free to come. We'd love for you to see what we're all about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I get that. Look at the sparkles.
know,
See, it's
sparkling.
magic.
It's magic.
It's magic. We're your fairy godmothers.
Yeah, we are. Yay.
We're the cool girls.
We're
Yeah.
the cool girls. I love it.
All right. So, listen, folks. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful new year. Here's to 2018. I kind of lost the comments here, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but
it's going to be a
if you're
great
asking
year.
questions, I can't
know.
see you. All right. Happy New Year,
Happy
and
New
we'll see you
Year.
soon. I'm passing the crown.
Woo.
Passing the crown. You got it. Take care. Happy New Year. Bye.